Good afternoon. Welcome to a live broadcast. We are at the Old Fleet Farm here on West Washington Street and 18th Avenue. And they are digging up the old gas tanks from the Old Fleet Farm gas station. There's a little bit of a shot of the old canopy and hut. And Glenn is behind the controls of the excavator. And you can see a little bit of water down there. They had 4 feet of pea gravel on top of these tanks and then a thick layer of concrete. They've already pulled up 4 tanks, fiberglass tanks. We'll swing on over and give you that shot. They put dry ice into those tanks. Maybe I can just walk over and give you a look inside. Then they cracked them open. They are actually going to be collapsing these tanks. And then they go into the landfill. That's the inside there, and then they have another one there. And then all the water, according to John Sparts, battalion chief with the West Bend Fire Department, they pumped out about 7,000 gallons of water. This is a very low-lying area. And we'll have some photos from July 1981 when they initially planted these 6 gas storage tanks here for the old gas station at the Old Fleet Farm in West Bend. Here's a little bit more of the tanks and the pea gravel. And this live broadcast is brought to you by American Commercial Real Estate. They wondered what color these tanks were going to be. They said if they were white, they were going to be good. If they were a red color, they might be in trouble. I'm not sure which each plexiglass tank, or fiberglass tank, what the color meant, the color code. But you can see about 4 feet of pea gravel helped hold these tanks down. I asked John, and you can see him there on the right, if these did kind of porpoise up. And he said, yeah, just a little bit. Well, we'll try and catch the removal of the 5th and 6th gas storage tank here. We're just to the east of 18th Avenue if you're driving past. The other thing they were concerned about was the safety of the site, because the area could collapse very easily. If you missed our previous reports or earlier in this broadcast, there are 6 of these underground gas storage tanks. And they have 2 more left to pull out of there. Look at how much he's tilted. Whoop, there it goes. Is that how it was supposed to go?
That's how exactly how it's supposed to go. If you notice on the bottom, you got some discoloration, which is normal. If you see any water coming out of the ribs, that's water in the ribs. It's not any product or anything. There's nothing in there.
Sure.
So that's what it is. Now what they'll do is they'll hook a chain up to it, lift it up, and carry it over to the other side for cleaning.
Has all this going? We're broadcasting live. Yeah,
yep,
good.
very smooth.
All right. And they got one more left in there then?
Yeah, there should be one more. Actually, I think there's another one down on the end. We're thinking there's one down here yet.
So what happens at the old Tripar then, John, just to the...
They did the same thing over... Oh, that's all done already.
Oh, they did that already?
Last year.
Oh, all right.
When they closed that station down. So that's all the same process.
Now, Quick Trip is a gas station, so why take out these tanks just to put tanks?
For one thing, these tanks are over 20 years old. They were put in 1981.
Okay.
And they're brittle and they're not real good. And Quick Trip uses all their own equipment. So it's all a system, and they've got contracts that they use and vendors and type of equipment they like to use. And a good 20 years on a tank is a long time.
Well, what was the, and I forget what government agency was making them, the gas station owners, change these out?
That was all back in the 80s with the EPA. That was all part of the mandate because they weren't regulated or anything. And we still find tanks that I found one last year that was probably in the 30s or 40s was installed that we didn't know was there during a construction project. It was found.
Is it a metal tank?
It was a metal tank with rivets in it. We had to pull it out. So. And it actually had holes in the bottom of the tank. It was so old.
How do these fiberglass ones hold up?
They hold up pretty good. Yeah.
When you look inside, they haven't had. Well, I see now. Now I'm looking over there.
Do is once they cut this one open and clean it out, I'll take you around and I'll show
Sure.
you inside.
Sure.
You can see it's pretty amazing what they do. We'll show you the clean one, and you heard them cutting the hole, the triangles in there. That vents it out, and that gets the CO2 out of there. So once that happens, then you can look in there and see what's all in there.
How much do you think this weighs?
The weight on it? I don't have any clue.
Now, were you here when they were putting these in?
Oh. I was still in high school. Actually, I was in college.
You're welcome.
College, thanks. It was 81, 82. Got the records from that. Those little slides you have.
Yeah. I dropped those back off for you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
But I'll send you can either just put your mouse down and take the cursor and glide them off, or if you want a higher resolution, I can just email those to you too.
I'll take and throw them on the file and attach them to our file. That's awesome, thank you.
Did you have other ones too in that packet that we were looking at?
They were just more of the piping. It's just the piping that's exposed.
Right.
It's nothing. I wouldn't even bother wasting your space on it.
Yeah. Some of those other ones though had nice station wagons with wood paneling on the side. Yeah,
the parking lot.
And then what was it's called Bank 5-9. I thought it was 5 and Dime, which is probably
Bank 5-9.
right there.
Really? Oh,
look at how it changed. Right, but that building was still there, so I can't remember in 81. Any help out there? Oh, this is cool. That bank on the corner used to be. Man, he's still having no problem with that at all.
Bank or U.S. Bank?
Well, U.S. Bank, I think, was over by where Chase is, then Bank 1. Oh my gosh, look at the power in that. Just like butter that came out of there.
Yep, pretty smooth.
And then they'll They'll cut a hole in it?
Yeah, they're going to cut a hole in that and then let it vent out. They'll check it with a meter to make sure the oxygen levels are good. And then they'll send a guy in there and clean it.
All right, we got here just in time. So a first-hand look at the gas storage tank removal here at the Old Fleet Farm in West Bend. If you have some time and you have some kids that want to come down and watch it, you know, you can watch through the chain link fence or the sidewalk. They got another tank or two to go. They'll be here all day. Free show, a little bit of education and science for you. And we're going to wrap up this live broadcast and then watch for an update and another broadcast with John Sparts at WashingtonCountyInsider.com. This live broadcast is brought to you by American Commercial Real Estate.